Hey guys, in this tutorial I want to teach you how to use Firebase to authenticate users on an iOS mobile app using Swift language. I will use email and password method to sign up users on the Firebase cloud. First of all, we need to add Firebase authenticating repository to the project via pod file. Open pod file to add the dependencies. Now we must install them via terminal. Let's open the terminal, go to the projects folder, type pod install and hit the return button. Close the project and open it again. So now we must go to the Firebase console to add the authenticating feature. In the projects page, go to the authentications environment. Now hit the sign-in methods tab to see all sign-in methods available on the Firebase. I'm selecting email password method for this project. Switch to enable it and press save button. There is also many other providers to authenticate a user via Firebase, such as Google, Facebook, GitHub, and etc. Let's back to the project. Now we need to add kitchen sharing to the project. For doing that, choose the project, select the project's target, go to the Sign in and Capabilities tab, add a capability, and write kitchen sharing to add it. Don't forget to add the project's bundle name as a kitchen group if it doesn't exist. Now it's time to write code. I'm adding a view controller and call it login VC. And I do not need to previous view controller and move it to trash. So now I must connect a view to the view controller class that has been created. Now it's time to define view objects to the view controller. I define two functions to use when user press on the action or alternate button. Now we assign action button press to the action button when user touch up inside the button. We must add alternate button press function to the alternate button, same as before. Now we just need to change the status between login and sign up page. For doing that, I define a Boolean variable to specify is it a login page or not. And I just change it when user press the alternate button. I will change the action and alternate title button when the is login page variable is set. Now we need to add some codes to handle the view when keyboard is appeared. Now we need to add two observers to observe show and hide keywords and assign them to the functions. In this time, we want to create a couple of functions to register a user or log in an account to the app. First, we need to import Firebase to the file. We will use createUser from auth class to create a user. I want to test it with iPhone 12 simulator. If you got error for auth class, make sure you have the least Firebase version. Close the project and use pod update command to update pod files. Now open the exe workspace file and run the project. You need to unwrap or add an optional symbol for the error because error is an optional object. Let's run it again. And you can see all errors were gone. As you can see, when you hit the Create New Account button, the title is changed. Let's check the view when keyboard is appeared. The view swept up and it worked. But sign up or continue button does not work yet because we do not write any code for it. I want to create a sign-in function to do login activities. I use sign in with email function from auth class to sign the user in. Now the only thing that we should do is check if the page is a login, we should call sign in, and if it's not, we should call register new account. Run the project to test register new account function. Change page status to sign up with press create new account button and hit the sign up button. Let's check on the Firebase console. As you can see, we have one new user on the Firebase console. You can also send verification email to users. So I remove the current user and do it again with sending verification email. I call send verification email from user object to do that. Let's test it again. As you can see, I got a new email from Firebase to verify my email on the app. Let's check the user status on the Firebase. As you can see, user is added on the Firebase users environment. We can also able to custom Firebase errors. Let's do it. Here is many error types that you can make them custom. Now we wanna print new phrase instead of default phrase for invalid emails as a sample. We need to unwrap error as auth error code parameter because it cannot get optional object. You can also change the templates like email verification template, password reset templates, or other things on the templates environment on the authentication. Sorry that I forgot to unwrap the error and I unwrapped it now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Have a good time.